beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lizzie and I post a lot of beauty related content here on my channel. I should actually add in there that a lot of my videos are affordable makeup. I barely test high-end makeup, so if those are the types of videos you like to watch, then please hit that subscribe button down below. Today's video we are testing the Colourpop Truth or Bare Lip Vault. Now this is what the packaging looks like. It's absolutely stunning. It actually says Truth or Bare. Is it Truth or Bare? Yeah. Truth or Bare on the top. It's got all the lip liners there. It's in the more like nude packaging. I have got the Bring the Heat one, which I will test as well. Well, not test, I'm going to swatch all of these. You get 10 lip liners, I believe. So you get 10 lip liners for $26, so that's like $2.60 each. I do know that because it's American, it makes it a bit cheaper. However, we got to ship it over, and they were doing like buy one get one free, so that's how I got both. So I actually only paid $26 for one, and then I had to pay like $10 shipping, so it came to $36. So that was about 25-30 quid for me to get 20 lip liners from Colourpop from America. So I was actually quite happy with that, and I love the tones of these. I probably do own some of these already, I must admit. I didn't realise it opens up this way. It's just popped open like this. These are absolutely gorgeous, and what I like is it's not going to fall out. It is going to rock from side to side. So we're just going to start from like lightest to dark, and I will swatch all of these on my hand and on my lip for you. So the first shade we have is BFF. I do own this lip liner, I believe. I have all the BFFs, and yes, I will keep it because I use these BFF lip liners. I'm actually wearing BFF2 now all the time, and I absolutely love these liners. So this is what BFF1, yeah, so just the first BFF lip liner that they ever did looks like. I love it, I really do. I feel like this with a little bit of a liner or a peach nude in the mid center is really nice, and it's not too pale and it's not too dark. It's a really nice in between kind of shade. I really do like this shade. The next shade we have is Cool BFF, so COOL BFF. I actually don't know if I own this one. I don't think I do. So that is what it looks like. It is a bit more cooler tone, so maybe they came out with BFF and then they came out with the Cool BFF after. This is what the shade Cool BFF looks like. It's not my favourite shade, I must admit. It's a little bit too cool tone for me. I don't feel like I will reach for this that much, but I'm going to keep it because if I ever do like a really cool tone look, this might come in handy. I feel like this would be a good lip liner if I was to use like a really dull, stony kind of colour. Yeah, not my favourite, but there is ways to use it. The next shade we have is Boys Town. Okay, this looks a lot better. It still looks a bit cool, but it looks a little bit darker. So definitely something I feel like I would reach for more than Cool BFF. Again, a little bit too cool tone, but this is definitely a more wearable shade than Cool BFF. This shade Boys Town is so much more nicer than Cool BFF. I really will reach for this. I could see this with like a nice lavender lipstick or something in the centre, and I actually feel like it goes with the look, which is crazy, but it does. So yeah, I actually feel like I like that shade more than Cool BFF. The next shade I have in here is Brink. This is a shade I have reached for a lot. I love this shade here, Brink. It's like a ready toned nude shade. I absolutely love it, and I've worn it in a couple of videos ago that I put up. I think it was the Soft Butterfly video that I put up. I used Brink, and I love this lip liner. Okay, this shade Brink is one of my favourites. My lips are drying up a little bit just because we are like constantly taking off a lip product, but this is such a nice ready tone shade. I really love it. This shade is something that I reach for day to day anyway, and I absolutely love this shade. Like I don't know about you guys, but this is a favourite for me. Oh, the next shade we have is 951, which I don't feel like I own. It's a nice brown. I feel like I've got tons of browns like this, but this is what it looks like. It's not a shade I feel like I have from Colourpop yet, but it is a shade that I feel like I will reach for quite a bit. This shade 951 is such a lovely shade. Again, like, I feel like this is a shade I will reach for. It's really nice. It's a nice like cool tone dark shade where I could put something in the middle that will lighten it up. Really like this shade. This shade I feel like I've put like a lip balm underneath. I would rock this shade by itself as well. I really do like this shade. 951 is a shade I haven't tried before, but a shade that I'm really interested in. I like this shade. Now we've got BFF2, which is the shade I actually started off this video with. This is such a nice brown shade. I really do love that shade here. And I must admit, between BFF2, BFF4, Control, I feel like they're my most used Colourpop liners, those three. Can you see why this is one of my favourite shades? This shade BFF2, I love it. I absolutely love it. It pairs with any lipstick. It can be worn on its own. You can put a gloss over it. This is such a shade that I use all the time. This one, BFF4 and BFF and Control, those three, absolute favourites. Literally, I love all of those. And the next shade we have is Ovi, which I don't feel like I own either. This is what the shade looks like. It's a little bit darker, a little bit more like burgundy red. I'm excited to use this one because I don't think I own it. This shade Ovi is another shade that I think I would reach for again and again. It's kind of like the pinky tone of BFF2. They're both kind of the same kind of deepness, but BFF2 is more brown and Ovi is more pinky tone. I do like this shade. Again, this would be lovely with like a pale pink in the middle or just a gloss on top. I love this shade. I have put a bit of lip balm on because I'm getting really dry underneath. But yeah, this shade is quite a lovely pinky shade. I keep looking at my mirror down here, but really do love this shade. Ovi is a nice pink shade of colour, and it's not too light and it's not too dark. It's right in between. It is a shade that I would reach for again and again. So the next shade we have here, which is now more of the brownier tones, this is BFF3. Ooh, now it's getting to the shades that I would really like. Look at that. That is definitely a me shade right there. This one with like a pale peach in the middle or like a pale pink in the middle. Juicy. Absolutely juicy. I think you guys know already that this shade is one of my favourites. BFF3 is something that is really nice. A nice brown shade. I've overlined my lips a bit too much. It's a nice deeper brown. I feel like a lot of people can get away with this shade, and I reach for this as well. Actually, I forgot that I reached for this shade. This is one shade that I can honestly say is like up there with lip shades. I do love it. I do love that shade. We're getting on to the last two. Control. Now this shade here, Control, is a little bit darker and a little bit more me. Look at that. It's a deeper brown. I feel like the next shade is probably going to be BFF4. No, it's Pitch. I don't feel like I think I have that, but yes. Let's try this bad boy on. As you can tell, this is another shade that is a very Lizzie shade, very dark brown. I was going to say natural. It's not a natural colour, lip colour for me, but it's a natural colour for me to pick up all the time and actually wear. I love it. I feel like it does make my teeth look a bit like off-white maybe, or does it make them look brighter? I don't know. In my mirror it looks pure white, but in my viewfinder they look a bit off. Anywho, this is a colour I reach for a lot. And then we are going on to the shade Pitch, which oh my god, is even darker. Look at that. Oh, I haven't even used Pitch before that I can think of, so I'm definitely intrigued to try this on and see how it looks on me. I like this shade Pitch. It's more cooler tone than I thought it would be. Like, I should have noticed, because like the shade Control is more warm and Pitch is definitely more cool tone. It's not as dark as I thought it would be, but it's a shade that I don't feel like I own. Definitely a more unique shade. I actually would wear this, to be fair, as well, like with a really dark smoky eye look and gold lids or silver lids. This would look incredible. Let's talk about these lip liners. One, they are creamy. They're the most creamiest lip liners I have tried. Other than the MUA like £1.50 liners, these are so good. There's so many shades to choose from. I feel like Colourpop have a lip liner for every shade, and if you just buy a bundle, they're so like affordable. This was $26. The red set $26. Sometimes they have 30% off, sometimes they've got buy one get one free. Like there's always a good offer on, and their color selection is amazing. The packaging is good. Like when you sharpen them, they don't like drop down and like you have to keep sharpening them. You sharpen them and you're good to go. But I do feel like when you buy them, they're not as sharp as they could be. So I do sometimes, like when I first use them, just sharpen them a little bit, and they've got a nice point to them. The color payoff is amazing. They're very like non-patchy. It's just probably how I've applied some of them that have gone a bit patchy. But I do love Colourpop lip liners, and if you haven't got one in your collection, you need one. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please smash it a huge thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.